So I read a comment earlier on a video, and there was two people that broke up and then got back together just as friends. You know, they went and hung out and spent some time together. And one of the comments, the quote was, "If people remain friends after a breakup, either they never were in love or they still are."
I don't want to talk about this.
I mean, but like, what's your opinion on that? Is that, do you agree with that? Because part of me is thinking, no, actually, like I don't agree with the comment, but it was to the point where I had to bring it up.
My opinion, and I think it could go either way, but I think as a mature adult, I think that I personally could have that type of friendship relationship with someone that I had a relationship with previously that maybe it didn't work out for whatever reason it might be, that you can remain friends. But I feel like where it gets hairy or where it could be a problem is future relationships that new person in your life may not see that friendship as being, just a friendship.
Oh, he went a step further.
Yeah.
Smart man. Smart man.
Like for me, being in a female dominated profession, right? So
same.
I have a ton of female friends. They're all nurses that I grew up with them because I honestly at 19, 20 years old working in the hospital, these women at the time or whatever were a few years older than me, and I became one of the girls, if you might say. Like I was the boy toy that went to all the birthday parties.
You and I are in the same, right. Different job titles, same culture.
Yeah. So I went along to every birthday party, everything. I went everywhere with these girls, and I learned a lot about how women think and how they, all that stuff. And it I don't know. I can't say that it helped me because I'm 42 years old and never been married, but either way, I don't know.
That's a different topic.
I don't know, but yeah, I think for me personally, I think that I could have that friendship with someone I had a relationship with in the past, and it strictly be a friendship, but again, I think where you kind of run into a snag is that next relationship, it causing some friction for you possibly. And whether that causes you to sever that friendship ties for your new love, or hopefully you find the right person that can accept, that you've got friends that are female and they're just friends, and you can both live with that. I don't know.
So I think you can have a friend of the opposite sex, but they cannot be a best friend, and they cannot first of all, let's take into account gay relationships if that's your thing, whatever. But from the heterosexual perspective, like you cannot have a friend of the opposite sex that you are dating. Of the same sex that you are dating, and they be a best friend, or they be any more part of your life or fill a role that a spouse or significant other or girlfriend or relationship would. Like they can't fill any of the emotional roles. They are literally just someone you say hi to at work and you laugh at about some sort of thing, or that but they cannot fill roles that a relationship is supposed to fill for you.
Okay.
Deep thoughts.
Now you have to answer. You're the last. You're the last one.
Deep thoughts. With
okay,
Bobby
so
Shanks.
Look. This is like I didn't know this. We were going to talk about this. I'm going to be a little bullish here in a comment. My first book is not even out yet, and let me assure you, my second book is going to be so much better than my first book. You wouldn't even wipe your ass with my first book. And this is a major topic. It's huge. So I'm going to answer the question, and then I'm going to go a step further. My answer is, if you are dating someone and that dating relationship, whether it was casual or long-term, if it involves any sort of intimacy, emotional or physical, and it's severed, and then you become friends, you're lying to yourself if you believe that you're going to be able to continue with that person on some sort of, like, where there's a regular contact friend level, right? Where it's once a week or something. And if you believe that you're going to carry on your life and just be friends with that person, like, you're going to have to draw a line. And maybe one of you stronger than the other. And if so, great. But it's just not likely. Step 2. So I'm gonna turn your question into another question, if I can have permission to do that.
Sure. I mean, it's technically the Undateable podcast with Bobby Shanks.
Yeah.
So
okay,
you're allowed to do that.
All right, I'm gonna do it then. Damn it. And this is, and I'm so glad that you're sitting here as a man, because this is a man topic. I think more so than a woman topic. So in my first book, I talk about, right, 3 items, right? Your 3 big items. These are 3 things that you're looking for. These are non-negotiable, no matter what. And we're not going to get into the specifics of what they are and the exercises in the book and all that crap. But these are 3 items that if your potential mate, long-term relationship, girlfriend, boyfriend, marriage, whatever, if they don't have these 3 things, just cut it off, right? Because you're wasting your time. So assuming that you have, now here it is. Let's say that you have 3 people in your life, because this is a man thing, that meets those 3 needs. But it's not one person. It's 3 individuals. So look, I'm just going to be honest. Let's say you've got one person in your life that you hook up with. And I'm making this a man topic, but it's women too. And then you have someone else in your life, right? Person number 2, who totally fulfills that emotional need, right? That's the friend. And then, whatever your 3rd item is. Can that work? Did I make it too deep?
No, but I want to say something before you answer that. Because coming from someone who's never actually had technically an ex, really, I completely understand how I could still be friends with someone after, but I don't see how they can be allowed to continue. You can be allowed to continue that relation. You can be allowed to continue that friendship if a new relationship starts. And so, to answer your question, that can work. Your situation can work, but the second a relationship starts, all 3 of those other people need to go away or else this relationship will never work.
You're exactly right. And how do you eliminate the 3 most important people in your life?
Yeah.
How do you go to, look, I'm going to speak as a dude. So let's say that I enter into a relationship that, this is I'm going to commit to this relationship. It's going to be long-term. It's going to be committed. It's going to be monogamous. I love this girl, or I want to allow myself to become in love with this girl and see what happens. You're going to go to your lover and say no more. You're going to go to your best friend and you're going to say no more. And then, pick your 3rd topic or whatever.
I think that falls in line with what I was saying. Like me personally, I think I can have those relationships, but when you get into that committed relationship that you're wanting to build a life with, it could be a problem. So you're going to have to make some choices where you do cut out those people that you're with, like you were saying, your friend or your lover or whatever. You cut them out, and you tell them, listen, I'm in this for the long haul, and I'm going to have to put an end to this. Otherwise, I'm not going to have this other person.